mean, recording onto tape, you don't get to record infinite times, as well as not being able to slot little things in.
Yeah.
What was it about this approach that you really liked?
It's our second time recording onto tape at that studio, and I like the limitation of it, because I think when you have too much ability to nitpick and like overthink stuff, it can make the record more stressful, and I think it sounds like more fun and more natural, like to have it, to have us record it in just a few takes. I don't know, I just like the way that it works more. Like I really liked, we tried recording digitally when we started making this record, and we ended up scrapping it because it just didn't have the same vibe.
When you overlook this body of work, it's been out for quite a while now. So many critics have, heaped praise on you and given different interpretations of what they feel. I mean, what does this body of work, Next Thing, what does it signify to you as a whole?
To me, it's really come to be, for me, it has gained like meaning as like a kind of like this emotion that it's about, to me, is like both this very like youthful teenage emotion that I felt when I wrote some of the older songs that are on it, combined with like this more mature future perspective on the same emotion. Like I feel like Next Thing kind of has both those things in it, and it just has come to be like a very, I feel like I had a lot of like realizations making the record, and it definitely just like feels like to me it's like an emotional kind of composite. Absolutely. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, and you mentioned you wanted to give the songs new meaning in a personal way, and it's when you perform it, you certainly feel this. I mean, how does this come into play? I mean, you're not sure whether other people can feel it in the performance, but it's something that you certainly are immersed within. How does that come into play, feeling these songs?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that like I wouldn't want to be playing the same set every night if it were songs that like aren't still interesting for me to play and like still emotional for me to play. Because if you watch a musician who's just playing some like muscle memory, boring thing that they're bored of, who wants to watch that? So I feel like for me, I have to like really remind myself that the songs are about feelings and kind of find new feelings that are more current to like apply those songs to, so that I can perform them emotionally, if that makes sense. And also, I'm also still making musical changes to a lot of the songs, like slight vocal changes to some of the melodies and stuff, which I think is like fun for somebody who's heard the record. If they notice that in the live show, like I think that's really special.
I wanted to get your views on the song Fool. A great song, the way it's arranged. I mean, tell me about what sort of motivations you draw on to pen a song like this.
It's funny, that song is really strange subject matter. It's partly, the verses are mostly drawn from this poem that I wrote when I was in high school, so it's really kind of ancient for me. But then the chorus is, I wrote like when I was writing the song more recently, just after being stood up at a restaurant by my friend, and it's just like kind of like a funny, to me, like it started off as like it's kind of funny to be stood up, and it's just ridiculous, but it's also like very sad. So I don't know, I felt like it was I think that a lot of Next Thing is me experiencing things as an adult that remind me of like my past and like pull out these like very teenage emotions in me still, and I think Fool is like a very good example of that.
You mentioned I think I'm just doing whatever I want all the time. Do you feel that? Do you feel that helps you, and like you're void of restrictions at times because you have such a free flowing approach?
Yeah, I hope to maintain that. I really don't like having to think about like the business side of making music, and I hope that I can like just keep always just writing from like a very pure place that's like not, I don't like thinking about how someone's going to interpret it. Like I don't even mind, I'd rather somebody misinterpret my song than feel like I have to write it in a way that they're going to understand what it's about. So I think I hope to maintain that feeling, yeah.
The limited edition of Next Thing is accompanied with a pin and a chapstick. Where did the idea of a vanilla chapstick come from?
Actually, the chapstick was originally the record label's idea, but I chose vanilla because I like very plain flavors, and I think it's like a pretty classic thing. And I kept making the joke that like, I mean, I don't think that this is true, but I like making the joke that like, oh yeah, it's vanilla like our record. Like our record is boring, so there's like boring flavored chapstick. But I don't know. Yeah, we just thought it was funny with the song "On the Lips" is the name of the chapstick. On the Lips chapstick. I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny to have like a very branded item. Also, a lot of the record is about like, you know, submitting to like corporate part of the music industry as like a young person. So the idea of having this like Frankie Cosmos like cosmetic thing that I'm selling is just silly. I don't know.
And to unwind, do you occasionally still, you know, watch Ren and Stimpy?
Oh, all the time. Love it. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I watched it, but I definitely still watch. I have watched it in the last year, probably.
You've penned a song for, you know, in relation to David Blaine, and what was your reaction like when you found out he was following you on Twitter?
I was so excited. I literally remember I was hanging out with my friend when I saw that, and I was like to my friend, like, I'm so sorry, but I can't talk to you. I'm just freaking out. Like, I just am so excited. It was all I thought about, like, all day. It was a very magical moment for me. We're all, like, huge David Blaine fans, so that song came from a very true place of being a fan of his, so that was an exciting moment, yeah.
You know, heading forward, is your ethos, here's a statement you've made, I think being alive is a blessing. I think what it comes down to is if you're feeling anything, then it's because you're alive, which is amazing already. Is that pretty much your ethos, just to be blessed that you're alive and that you're in this moment, you're able to do this?
Yeah, and thanks for saying that to me, because that really just it's a good message. I'm glad I said that, because that's a good thing to remember. I feel like one of the things that makes me very, very sad when I'm on tour, especially, is when I'm sick, and if I feel like unhealthy at all, I just get so angry about it. And it's nice to be like, you know what, that's a feeling, because I'm alive, so it's actually good. You're right. It's a good reminder.